pala ulit si Asher. Kinakain na ibong Maya na napadpad dito sa bahay ng pamilyang tumulong sa akin. Hanggang ngayon, actually tumutulong sa akin. Siguro may ilan sa inyo naniniwala na ang mga ibon ay dapat hinahayaan nakakawala o nakakalipad sa labas ng bahay. Wala sa kulungan at nakakalipad sa himpapawid. At ang iba naman, okay lang sa kanila na mag-alaga ng ibon o mga ibon sa loob ng bahay. Basta, hindi kami pinababayaan mula sa tamang pagkain, maayos na kulungan, hanggang sa kung sakaling mga itlog at dumami kami. Para sa aming mga ibon, ang alam lang namin ay mahal kami ng Diyos at binibigyan niya kami ng purpose din sa buhay. Ako kaya? Bakit kaya ako nandito ngayon? Ano kaya ang purpose ko? Gawing pritong Maya? Adobong Maya? O sisling Maya? Ako, wag naman po sana, Lord.
The bird looked okay. I guess well-rested and comfortable siya sa temporary nest na ito. However, nung second night niya, or the night before this, I covered the sunroof as I saw Asher trying to get out of the box through that roof vent. Now, feeling ko nasasaktan siya pag nauuntog sa chicken wire. Tunay na napakagaling ng Panginoon na may gawa ng lahat ng creations. His design for all species, nature, constellations, and elements. It's amazing how we can all connect with each other. Clearly, God is a sovereign, relational God. Naaalala niyo pa ba yung binanggit ko nung nakaraan sa part 1 na bilang tao lahat tayo ay bilanggo sa kasalanan? Let me share this time what I learned about how to achieve freedom from sin. The greatest hindrance to our freedom is not the lies of Satan. Akala ko dati ito yung tanging humaharang sa ating kalayaan sa kasalanan na dapat natin ma-overcome. But based on what I recently learned, listen to this. Ignorance is the biggest hindrance pala. The lies of Satan only become deceptions the time we believe and embrace that they are true. We are only deceived the moment we got misled from the truth. In my own words, the biggest obstacle to our freedom is not the evil Satan. Si Satan, the great liar yan, and will constantly tempt to deceive us every time. And what makes us vulnerable to deception is kapag wala tayong alam sa katotohanan, madali niya tayong maloloko. Now, 3 things here. Number 1, how can we identify the lies and truths? Answer is, we need to gain knowledge. Number 2, what kind of knowledge? The knowledge about the truth. Number 3, how do we know that it is the truth? The source should be the Creator. So, the formula to achieve freedom is gain knowledge that is based on truth that came from the Creator. In relation to this formula, let me give you an example. Let's say bumili ka ng laptop ng brand na ngayon mo lang magagamit. So, ang tendency is you would be able to operate it siguro basic functions. Now, in terms of, let's say, shortcuts, special keyboard functions, commands, trackpad gestures, airdrop, etc. So those, I think, would not be maximized. Siguro kung merong total of 500 functions tong device na to, maaaring ma-discover natin ng sarili natin siguro mga 10 functions lang yan. So, paano natin ma-fully utilize ang laptop na to? Well, same formula. Number 1, feed our knowledge with truth. Saan makukuha? Sa manual ng laptop. Now, yung manual, to begin with, saan ba nanggaling ito? Sinulat ng manufacturer, which is the creator. At kung sakaling magkaroon siya ng technical issues or damage yung device, kanino ka lalapit? Sa panadero? Or dun sa tao or grupo na gumawa nito? Alam nyo, ako sa napakahabang panahon ng buhay ko, I was driving my own life. Wherein yung choices ko, decision making, based on my self-righteousness. Self-righteousness na nanggaling sa iba't ibang sources din, like motivational speakers, yung mga worldly perspectives, justifications na nagka-come up from different views, and also influenced by my friends. Some friends who I think are making it in life. I sincerely praise God kasi He broke me. My brokenness turned to this greatest blessing. My turning point to Jesus. Now, masasabi ko na napakaraming Kristiyano ang tunay na nabago ang takbo ng buhay. Pag sinabi ko na nabago ang takbo ng buhay, it doesn't mean na walang problema or conflicts. Kagaya naming mag-asawa, meron pa ding mga hinisan, pikunan, pagtatalo, or suliranin na hinaharap. Now, paano naging masaya at nawala yung miserableng sitwasyon? The way we handle problems, resolve conflicts, are now based in the biblical principles. Every time we choose to obey God, the result is always real peace and joy, no matter what the situation is.